our feature on day 4. €100,000 in total prize money. It's a Grade 1 contest, and look who won it last year. Nicholas Canyon. He was a 5-2 on favourite last year, and he's more or less a similar price this afternoon, 4-9 favourite, and he is your number 1 on your paper. Nicholas Canyon, the mount of Ruby Walsh, bidding for, I think it's win number 12 on the week. 2 Petit Mouchoir is a Brian Cooper. 3 Footpad, Daryl Jacob. 4 is last year's Triumph Hurdle winner, Ivanovich Gorbatov. Davy Russell riding for Joseph O'Brien. And 5 Jers Girl, your 7-1 shot, Barry Garrity, Tom Lee, Nicholas Canyon. Would you like to back him at 4-9?
Nope. However, will he win? Very likely. A couple of the bookies overnight were 4-6, 4-7, 1-2, now 4-9. Still the weight of money. And of course, the bookies desperate to shorten it up. A horse featuring in all the multiples, the doubles, the trebles, the Yankees in the betting shops around the country. And of course, it goes without saying, he's been reigning winners for W.P. Mullins and his formidable team. Last year's winner, 7-time Grade 1 winner, and such a slick, efficient, ruthless horse in this nature of race. Is it a one-way street? Not necessarily. Petit Mouchoir was running a very, very good race in the Fighting Fifth at Newcastle when coming down. And the money horse, if there is to be an alternative, appears to be Jers Girl, who, lest we forget, is a dual Grade 1 winner last season against the opposite sex at Punchestown as well, and a horse of great quality who, albeit beaten 12 lengths by the favourite Nicholas Canyon the last day, but that was the first run back after a layoff, so you could anticipate improvement today. And Jers Girl trimmed from 12-1 into around about 9-1 now. Maybe that's the selection in the eyes of the punters for the forecast. Perhaps Nicholas Canyon to be chased home by Jers Girl, who might just very well close that 12-length gap, but tricky to see if anything's going to have the quality to overwhelm Nicholas Canyon, who is a red-hot favourite, 4-9 from 4-6.
A seriously dependable horse, previously trained by John Gosden, 7 Grade 1s over hurdles, and in many respects he's been the super sub.
Yeah, well, when you go through the depth of quality, he's the horse of a lifetime, of many lifetimes, a 7-time Grade 1 winner, and yet, as you say, what a horse he is to bring off the bench when you have the likes of Faheen and Annie Power. He's not even the best horse in his own stable, and yet for most trainers you could only dream of having one of his quality, so I hope we're in for a treat.
Absolutely. Gavin Cromwell is a man that's going places. One horse 3 years ago. Now he's about 30 in training. He's a prolific farrier as well, of course. Had the horse Razda Marie that was second in the Welsh National a couple of days ago, and he's responsible for the very talented Jers Girl.
Yeah, it's been a great year for the man beside me, Gavin Cromwell, and always great to catch up with you, Gavin. She's lovely, Jers Girl, and I read that you think she's improved since Punchestown.
I put my head in the block, but I think she has. Hopefully she... Yeah, she seems in good order. It's a big ask. She beaten 12 lengths by Nicholas Canyon the last day. It's a big bridge to gap, but I think she has improved.
And she's a winner of 2 grade runs, and obviously she owes you nothing, but she's very tough. And
she is. It's a big transition from a novice or a juvenile to come here the following year against these Grade 1 season, Grade 1 horses. But even in the Morgiana, I mean, she ran quite a good race, so hopefully she can stay improving.
And the horses still keep firing for you. They're in great form.
Yeah, not too bad. We're getting a few here and there, so
long may it continue.
Please God.
Lovely to see you, Gavin.
Tracy.
Thanks very much.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great, Jers Girl? She's a very good mare. I mean, beaten a dozen lengths in the Morgiana, but do you know something? She was a bit stuffy last time, at the beginning of last season, and she improved like mad.
Yeah, she did. I mean, 4-year-old form from last year hasn't been working out great, but she was beating a short head in her ear in the good juvenile last Christmas by Apple's Jade. That worked out to be a good race. She has to improve to get to the level of Nicholas Canyon, but she's capable of doing it. She is capable of doing it.
It is remarkable, Robbie, when you think that Nicholas Canyon is he's got 4 or 5 that are better fancied than him in the Champion Hurdle in his own stable.
Yeah, he does. I mean, Willie is an abundance of talent of 2-mile hurdlers in his yard, and it's a great luxury for him to be able to keep Faheen and Annie Power at home and rely on Nicholas Canyon to win this.
Well, he's a proper good horse, and there he is, and there is Petit Mouchoir, Brian Cooper's ride for Henry de Bromhead. Now, last time out, he was a faller at Newcastle in the Fighting Fifth. He was going very well. He fell 2 or 3 out, but if he stays on his feet, he could put it up to the favourite. Before that, he'd run it down Royal, went third to Rashan. Nice horse, good sort. There's a Footpath, lovely type, this fella.
Yeah, Footpad was a little bit behind Jers Girl and Apple's Jade on 4-year-old form last season. Needs a bit to find a bit on these.
He'd won a Grade 1 during the summer in Otay, and last time out at Otay in a similar sort of race, he was beaten just ahead. Ivanovic Gorbachev, the Triumph Hurdle winner, Robbie.
Yeah, the ground will definitely suit Ivanovic Gorbachev, but his couple of starts this season have been disappointing. He needs to step back to his very best.
14-1 shot he is with Davy Russell, and completing the field is the mare Jers Girl. Barry Geraghty on the Jeremy Filly for Gavin Cromwell, swept aside in the Morgiana, but surely capable of a lot better than that. I think she could easily be the one to give Nichols Canyon most to do.
Yeah, but it was unfortunate that it came down to the final because he was.
There he is in the centre of our picture. We can have a look at him winning the race a year ago, and he beats Identity Thief on this occasion. Good race, Ted.
Yeah, gutsy performance. Thought Identity Thief maybe going to collar him going to the last day, but he knuckles down to his job well and battles well. He's a hardy little horse. He gets 2.5 well. He's probably better going a bit of a trip. 2.5, 2.5. He's just flat to the boards here a bit. It's tough old ground. He's a hard race. Both of them had a hard race here. But he just out battles him more than anything else from the bare opening. Ruby gets a few tears into him. Hard as Identity Thief tries. He does try hard. The other fella just outguns him in the last 100 yards. He's tough and he stays, and was a good tough horse in the flat as well too. He's a handy bit of a horse, a bit like Hurricane Flight to look at him, size wise and physique wise, a real hurler. What's a beautiful horse there.
At Boyle Sports you can
if you weren't picking the favourite here, you'd be loved that footpad. He's a quality horse. He looks a horse to make a lovely chase. He's only a 4-year-old. He's got a bit of size and scope about him. Plenty of experience over the French hurls as well too. There's not a bad horse in that race. There's a Triumph Hurl winner, Jers Girl, who's a hell of a Grade 1 winner, Footpad, Petit Mouchoir, Nicholas Canyon. I mean, this is high quality stuff.
Yeah, you've argued the 3 best 4-year-olds from last season, taking on Nicholas Canyon, the winner of this race last year, and Petit Mouchoir, who's been knocking on the door to win a Grade 1.
Petit Mouchoir and Brian Cooper nearest to us. Ruby on the far side on Nichols Canyon, and Willie on the 21 winner mark for the Christmas 3 days that we've had so far. Quite incredible. Nichols Canyon odds on to make it number 22. It'll be a fabulous race.
Straightforward sort of horse, Nicholas Canyon to ride. He likes to be handy, Robert, doesn't he?
Yeah, Sally Ann, you're down at the start.
Yes, down there, they're just going to come off the circle and start heading up to the start now. Petit Mouchoir was a little bit keen. We can see a little bit on his toes coming down, but that's just how he is. Even in training in the morning, he's always a bit difficult. Nichols Canyon, we can see getting nice and up close to the pace. Footpad looks in great form. Doesn't look too bad after his hard race in France last time out when he was second. And Jers Girl just out the back there with Jers Girl last. Just in front of Ivanovic Gorbachev, and now they're just going to head up where Joe Bannon is waiting to let them off.
Yeah, Joe's waiting to let them off, and Tony is waiting in the commentary position. Tony, interesting race, isn't it? Just 5, but a proper race.
Yes, fascinating contest in prospect. Nicholas Canyon deservedly favourite. Short price 5-2 Petit Mouchoir 11-2, Jers Girl 6-1, and then Footpad and Ivanovic Gorbachev. And away they go on the way towards the first of 8 flights. And last year's winner Nicholas Canyon leads from the grey, Petit Mouchoir in second. Then the white face of Jers Girl, followed by Footpad and Ivanovic Gorbachev, the Triumph Hurl winner from last season. He's the back marker of the quintet as they take the first. Petit Mouchoir on the outside of Nicholas Canyon, and Footpad just a bit awkward at it. On the inside of Footpad is Jers Girl, Ivanovic Gorbachev last of the 5 as they go by the winning post and onwards towards flight number 2. Petit Mouchoir by just over a length to Nichols Canyon, a gap of almost 5 then to Jers Girl, who's followed by Footpad, and finally Ivanovic Gorbachev as they swing away from the stands and up towards the second flight, the second of 8, and Petit Mouchoir in the Jigginstown House colours in the lead from in second place Nichols Canyon. They're followed by Jers Girl and Footpad, and finally Ivanovic Gorbachev. On to the third now, Petit Mouchoir shows the way to Nichols Canyon. Jers Girl next on the inside of Footpad, and just behind him Ivanovic Gorbachev. Nichols Canyon out a bit to the right there as Petit Mouchoir leads them into the turn, taking them down the far side of the course. Nichols Canyon in second, Jers Girl white cap in third, ahead of Footpad and Ivanovic Gorbachev. About to straighten up for the first of the 3 they jump down the far side, and Petit Mouchoir has a lead of 4 lengths over Nichols Canyon in second, behind the favourite, a 3-length gap to Jer's Girl, who's a length in front of Footpad, a length and a half away, Ivanovic Gorbatov. Flight number 4 coming up, Petit Mouchoir, Brian Cooper in the lead. 2.5 lengths away is Nichols Canyon, the odds-on favourite, followed back in third by Jer's Girl. Footpad last but one, and finally Ivanovic Gorbatov as they take flight number 4. Petit Mouchoir in the lead over from Nichols Canyon, then Jer's Girl and Footpad. Half a length behind him is Ivanovic Gorbatov, about to reach the halfway stage down the back straight and racing towards 4 from home. Petit Mouchoir by just over 2 lengths to Nichols Canyon in second. Over 3 then to Jer's Girl. Footpad towards the outside. Ivanovic Gorbatov remains in rear. Petit Mouchoir jumps it well. Nichols Canyon in second. White face of Jer's Girl in third. Then Footpad in the two-tone green, and followed in last place by Ivanovic Gorbatov as they come towards 3 out. Petit Mouchoir is the leader, over from Nichols Canyon and Jer's Girl and Footpad and Ivanovic Gorbatov. Racing away from the third last and into the turn, taking them out of the back straight. Petit Mouchoir, Nichols Canyon moves up closer in second now, about half a length off. 2.5 away is Jer's Girl. Footpad is just behind him, and Ivanovic Gorbatov is the back marker as they leave the back straight and turn to face the second last flight in the Ryanair hurl. Petit Mouchoir, last year's winner, Nichols Canyon within a neck. 3 lengths away, Jer's Girl, then Footpad and Ivanovic Gorbatov. This will be the second last. Petit Mouchoir, Nichols Canyon on the outside. Petit Mouchoir from Nichols Canyon, Jer's Girl and Footpad as they race towards the turn. Petit Mouchoir quickens up and goes about 3 clear as Ruby begins to get serious on Nichols Canyon. Then Jer's Girl, and they're followed by Footpad. Ivanovic Gorbatov making a bit of ground from the back, but Petit Mouchoir is shot clear. Nichols Canyon's in second, but there's about 5 lengths between them. Ivanovic Gorbatov has gone third, and it's Petit Mouchoir and Brian Cooper in the lead as they come down to the final flight. Petit Mouchoir clear from Nichols Canyon at the last. It's Petit Mouchoir over and clear from Nichols Canyon and Ivanovic Gorbatov as they race into the closing stages. It's Petit Mouchoir clear from Nichols Canyon, Ivanovic Gorbatov. Good performance. Petit Mouchoir has won it, turns over last year's winner Nichols Canyon and does it easily. Third is Ivanovic Gorbatov, fourth for Footpad, and fifth and last is Jer's Girl.
Well, he didn't bet him, he ate him. He jumped the second last there. The other horse jumped a little bit to his right, but he absolutely destroyed him, didn't he?
He did, from an early stage. I wouldn't say Ruby was happy jumping the 2 hurdles away from the stand. As you spotted, Ted, he was going a little bit to his right. He straightened up a bit down the back, but turning out the back straight, Ruby was starting to niggle a little bit.
Yeah, he's going as fast as he wants to be going, and a good lep at the second last seals it for Petit Mouchoir. He jumps away quick enough. Ruby is flat to the boards there. This horse wants the trip. He wanted 2.5. They ran him in the 2 mile and 5 as a novice over hurls at Cheltenham. He's gone out of his comfort zone there. The other horse quickened up well. We thought he might have won the hurl race when he fell at Newcastle, the fighting 5th.
Yeah,
and now I definitely think he would have.
He definitely would. He was going very well when he fell in Newcastle, but they've made plenty more use of him today. He's a big stride, he jumps well, and Brian's let him stride along. He hasn't let Ruby dictate the race.
No, he hasn't. He's got him out of his comfort zone. He kept well. Great one for Henry de Bromhead too. He had a big winner at Kempton on St Stephen's Day, and now he's another grade 1 under his belt here today. Lovely one for Brian Cooper as well. Week hasn't gone badly for him, but a few decisions have gone the wrong way, but he's back in front here with a grade 1 winner, and this is a good horse, this fella. Travel well. He come right into the champion hurl reckoning here now, won't he?
He does, definitely. I mean, he's a lot stronger horse than he was last year. Last year he used to run very free, and he probably wasn't seeing out his races. This year he's a stronger horse, I'd say, and he saw it out well today anyway. Yeah, great win for Henry. He had this horse in tip-top shape. He's another one that was split up between Jigginstown and Willie Mullins. This horse went to Henry de Bromhead. We saw the horses yesterday. They were first and second in the Lexus, and this is a good one as well too. I think bought in France by Harold Kirk and Pierre Bullard, who would have picked his horses out.
Henry's with Tracy.
Great time. Yes, great result there for Henry de Bromhead and Petit Mouchoir, and I love Ted's line that I just said to you there. He didn't bet him, he ate him. I mean, when he pressed the button, off he went.
Amazing, yeah. Some ride, brilliant, jumped deadly. And yeah, it's lovely when it works out. It's been a few days now, but anyhow, that's made up for it all. Yeah, it's been great.
You had the lovely winner on Boxing Day or Stephen's Day in England.
We've had a few, but just up here it's been a little bit trying. So there's a couple there, but look, that's...
Were you expecting a performance like that?
No, I never expect anything like that. I'm miserable, so no, just hoping he'd run well. And he looked to be going very well in... in Newcastle when he fell, but you never know, so but that was just awesome. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. And obviously Cheltenham on the cards now. You're looking at the champion hurdle?
Oh sure, I'll speak to Eddie and Michael and see, but I mean I think we'd have every right to consider it anyhow, definitely. Yeah,
on that performance.
Absolutely.
Well done, Henry.
Thank you very much.
Happy New Year.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, well done to Henry. And I tell you, these guys set themselves high standards, but Henry has had a winner here at Leopardstown, one at Limerick, one at Kempton, one at Down Royal, if not more. So things aren't just going too badly. And Brian Cooper...
Yeah, going really well for his horses. Yeah. Right through the whole card. Like I heard someone say yesterday that his horses weren't finishing. I couldn't see anything wrong with his horses all week long.
Nothing wrong with
Petty... Nothing wrong, he's not in Petit Mouchoir anyway.
Yeah, he did it. He's done it in terrific style.
In terrific style. That was as impressive as you could get. A true run gallop every step of the way. We know Nicholas Canyon is a high class horse. He's never run a bad race in his life. He was a good yardstick and he absolutely ate him.
Son of Alnamix, out of Denham Red, bred by Monsieur Philippe Giray. Done it really, really well. Nicholas Canyon kept on to keep Jer's Girl out of second berth. Eddie O'Leary, Michael's brother, getting the debrief from Brian.
It's Petit Mouchoir in the colours of the orange stood, trained by Henry Brownhead, and with the victory by Cooper. Of course, Jimmy Sassett now won big race today. Victory for Fernando in the race by Petit Mouchoir in the Ryanair horses. Congratulations to all the connections. Petit Mouchoir, winner of the grade 1 Ryanair hurdle.
That was worth waiting for.
He's Ted just saying he's a live champion hurdle horse. It's an interesting champion hurdle that's building up because there's so much we don't know about it. Obviously, we're waiting to see Faugheen, and hopefully he'll be back for the Irish champion hurdle. We've got others waiting in the wings. Willie has got Vroom Vroom Mag, whether he'd go for the mares or not, what with her. There's a lot of talent in the race, but this fella has more than joined in. He was going well at Newcastle. That was the race won by Irving, and I think he had them all cooked when he came a cropper, but he's jumped well today and run to the line in terrific fashion.
Yeah, and he's improved no end. He looked like he was going to win there at Newcastle, which was a great run, and then he came and won here well. Like he was second up the north, his first run behind Rashan in the 4-year-old hurl there of last year's novices, and last year, like, he was second to Don't Touch It at Punchestown, but he's come a long ways in a short time. Nice one for Brian Cooper. As I said, he didn't have a bad week, but a few of the horses that he may have ridden pick a choice, like in a few races, and the other horses won, but he's on the right one here today, and that's a big thing for him. Michael there with the family, all in good shape.
Well done, Brian. Well done, Henry.
Gary there at the horse's head used to be travelling head lad for Willie Mullins for a long time. Now has a business of his own, transport business on the road.
Yeah, Brian, I'll be interested to hear what Brian Cooper has to say, because he set out with a purpose. Ted, I thought it was very interesting tactically. There was no way that Brian was going to allow Ruby a soft lead or anything. He was going to attack from the front, wasn't he? Here's Tracy with Brian.
Yeah, well done to you, Brian. That must have been like changing gears in a Ferrari, the way you took off.
Yeah, no, look, he's Usually I don't ride a lot of them proper 2 milers. It's usually the 3 mile chasers I've been riding over the last couple of years, but he's got a lot of gears. To be fair, we wanted a strong run 2 mile and we got it. I went out and went a good gallop and he jumped very well. You wouldn't think he took a bad fall the last day, didn't seem to knock his confidence, and to be fair, Henry had him spot on for the day.
He really looks a bit special.
Look, he's just, he can go a nice proper gallop over 2 mile and he's able to keep it going. It's I fancied him big time for the fighting fifth. A lot of people said I was mad riding him over Applesjade, and with the way he fell, it looked like he'd the race in his mercy, but look, we'll never know, and thankfully we got the better grade one today.
Were you surprised when you saw how far you won by?
Well, I knew I got a couple of lengths off the bend, and I was keen to make sure it was a good test, because I know my lad stays very well, and I was waiting for Ruby to come to me, as he has been doing for the last 4 days, to be fair, and come and do me going to last. But look, thankfully you got one on the board, and it's great to get it for Michael as well. They put a lot into the game.
Certainly is. Well done. You rode brilliantly.
Thank you.
Well done.
The Ryanair hurdle is won by the sponsor. Michael O'Leary's Petit Mouchoir wins by 7 lengths. Impressive fashion. Henry de Bromhead's Petit Mouchoir now looks a genuine champion hurdle contender. Is a 10-1 fourth favourite for the race, behind Faheen 5-2, Any Power 3-1, Yanworth 5-1, and Petit Mouchoir, the 5-year-old, introduced a 10-1 from a pony 25s. 6-1 winner of the Ryanair hurdle. Nichols Canyon 5-2 on favourite in second place.
What a race it was, and we've still got another one to